In the week since the death of Hollywood icon Rob Reiner and his wife Michele, NBC News has learned more about the mental state of Nick Reiner before prosecutors say he fatally stabbed his famous parents. 3 sources with direct knowledge of the case tell NBC News the 32-year-old was being treated for a serious psychiatric disorder at the time of the crime. The sources say Reiner, who had been open about his struggles with substance abuse, was diagnosed with schizophrenia several years ago, and that his medication had been changed or adjusted sometime before the killings. Hours before the bodies were found, Nick Reiner had been disruptive at a holiday party at Conan O'Brien's home, according to 2 people familiar with the situation. He's now facing 2 counts of first-degree murder. Reiner did not enter a plea in his first court appearance last week, where his attorney urged the public not to rush to judgment.
There are very, very complex and serious issues that are associated with this case.
Experts say Reiner's mental health is not only likely to be at the center of his legal defense, but could also impact the potential for the case to go to trial.
Looking at Nick Reiner's mental state right now could actually stop these proceedings in their tracks if he's not deemed competent to stand trial and move forward with the legal proceedings.
Now, with their autopsies completed, the bodies of Rob and Michele Reiner have been returned to their family. Over the weekend, Saturday Night Live paying tribute to the comedy legend, sharing this photo of Reiner, the show's 3rd ever host back in 1975.
A lot of you are wondering about the way I look tonight. This is the way I look live, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real me.
In the New York Times, friends and relatives also remembering the love of his life, Michele, an accomplished photographer whom they described as equal parts mama bear, social planner, and glue of the family.
Liz, just given these new details that you just laid out there about Nick Reiner's condition, possible that he could plead not guilty by reason of insanity?
Yeah, I mean, Craig, we should point out that his attorney has not commented on any potential legal strategy, but according to experts, the short answer is yes. However, they also note that insanity is a very high bar to successfully plead. Any action that he potentially took to cover up the crime, like hiding a murder weapon, which, by the way, has still not been found, washing or changing clothes, all of that can undercut that defense. Craig.
All right, Liz Kreutz for us there in Los Angeles. Liz, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.